Hello there, Mina. Alright, thanks for sending in your work. It's great to see students taking action and keen to improve. So I'm so sorry to hear that you've taken it IELTS a few times. Let's have a look at your work and see what we need to do to get that 7. Some language experts believe that lexicon resources doesn't exist. Lexical resources are principal parameters for the betterment of reading apprehension. No, comprehension. Okay, so there's two instances there of the incorrect lexical resource, incorrect vocabulary. So that would be one issue we would be looking at. Next, punctuation. While numerous experts or various experts opine that a strong forte in writing and speaking is much more essential. Okay, so we've used more than what. We need to put a comparison in there. Much more essential or much more important than reading. Okay, for example. But what I can see is that seems like we're trying to force certain vocabulary, which isn't the most appropriate vocabulary. It'd be much more easier to understand and for you to write if we used slightly more basic vocabulary but more accurate, so we can clearly communicate what we want to say, and this way we're going to get better. We're going to get a better mark for task response. When a person tends to align towards advanced level of reading, what does that mean? When a person improves their reading, when a person aims for an advanced level of reading, then I think that the acquisition of word lists certainly helps as compared to other skills. Okay, so that needs to be rephrased, okay, for clarity. To commence with, to enhance reading ability, understanding of words is substantial, which comes with word stock. It can be stated as that to read effectively, one ought to know about the meaning of sentences, which comes with the cognition of word family and grammar structure. Good. To illustrate this, comma, if someone starts reading the newspaper Economics Times, yeah, then he or she should have a long word list enabled to grasp in order to grasp the content quickly, comma, the person should be familiar with the words instead of referring to the thesaurus at every sentence, full stop. Such familiarity comes with learning. Okay? So can you see I had to do a lot of rephrasing in this sentence. I had to cut it up into 2 sentences just for clarity, or 3 sentences in the end. Okay? So this is what we would be doing to work. We'll be working together. Also, you'll get a structure for your paragraphs. Okay? This paragraph structure makes it really easy to write stronger, more coherent paragraphs. If you follow that, all we have to do is work on improving like 5 or 6 sentence structures, okay, which will definitely improve your cohesion and coherence score. All right. Plus, there'll be either myself or somebody on my team guiding you and giving you tips and helping you improve as we move along. Okay, so let's go. On the contrary, a lack in other skills such as writing and speaking can help in a constructive way to get a good command of overall English abilities. Full stop. Okay, it does not give an extra. It does not give an extra edge regarding reading. Okay, so this would be much more equally expressed if we'd have just put the however here, and we cannot use contractions either. Okay, so 2 modifications there to make that sentence a little better. This is important to realize that an effective So what we would have to do here is just work on your sentence structure. We've said this is important to realize. So what is the this in this case? Good command. Because we've finished with a conjunction, so it's either this or this, and then you've emphasized this as in the one. So that's a clear example of incoherence. Okay? So we should say it is important to realize that an effective speaker with good fluency and pronunciation capabilities may not have an understanding of difficult words, but still such a speaker can showcase his ability in an impressive manner. Okay, so here's a tip. Here we've put a gender on the person, on the subject, whereas if we just change it to plural, okay, such speakers, then we can use the neutral demonstrative and say they, okay, can showcase, their ability, okay? And then we've got no gender on it, and it sounds a little bit more academic. On this, in a similar pattern, writing competences are linked with grammar structure and some basic vocabulary. Hence, without a grasp of lexis as well as a writer. Okay, so that would need to be rephrased because it's a bit unclear. To exemplify, many novel writers and public speakers are very famous due to good writing and speaking styles, comma, even if or even when they do not possess a strong word bank. Excellent there, excellent. Okay, so Meena, have a look at sentenceguide.com. Have a look at the course there. It's perfect for a student like you. You'll get the structures for the paragraphs. Okay, we'll be working together. You'll get 8 more essay corrections, which is a lot. And you can work through the modules, implement what you've learned, and you'll see a big improvement in your essays. Okay, all the best.